Welcome to TelehealthFX Talk. Today's episode might be the most emotional one we've ever done, because we're talking about something that millions of people experience, but very few talk about openly: the mental side of GLP-1 medications. We're going to cover food noise, what it is, and why silencing it is life-changing. We're going to talk about the broader mental health effects of GLP-1, both the positive and the nuanced. And we're going to address the suicidality investigation head-on, because you deserve the facts, not the fear. If you're ready to start your journey with a clinical team that sees the whole picture, not just the number on the scale, visit TelehealthFX.com. That's TelehealthFX.com.
Let's start with food noise, because this is the thing that makes people cry with relief when it finally stops. Food noise is a term used to describe the constant, intrusive, obsessive thoughts about food and eating that run through your mind all day long. It's the mental chatter that never stops. What am I going to eat next? Should I have a snack? I shouldn't eat that, but I can't stop thinking about it. I just ate, but I'm already planning the next meal. This isn't physical hunger. This is a relentless mental loop that consumes your attention, your energy, and your peace of mind.
And for people who experience severe food noise, it's not just annoying, it's debilitating. It makes it difficult to concentrate at work. It creates anxiety around social situations involving food. It drives shame when you eat something you shouldn't have because the compulsion was too strong to resist. And it fuels emotional eating patterns, binge eating, and a deeply unhealthy relationship with food that willpower alone cannot fix.
When people start taking a GLP-1 medication, like Semaglutide or tirzepatide, one of the very first things they notice, often before significant weight loss begins, is that the food noise quiets down. Sometimes it stops entirely. Patients describe it as mental silence. The constant chatter about food just goes quiet. And for many people, it's the single most transformative part of the medication experience.
There's survey data showing that patients reporting constant thoughts about food throughout the day declined by approximately 46% on semaglutide compared to pretreatment levels. And the mechanism makes sense. We know GLP-1 receptors exist in the brain's reward centers. The medication modulates those dopamine pathways, making hyperpalatable foods less compelling. It also slows gastric emptying and signals fullness. The result is that the biological drive behind food noise is turned down, allowing patients to make intentional, deliberate eating choices instead of reacting to constant impulses.
And what happens when the food noise stops is really beautiful. People report reduced food-related anxiety, improved self-esteem as their body changes, better sleep because weight loss improves sleep apnea and disruptions, more social confidence because they're no longer consumed by shame around eating, and a significant reduction in emotional eating because the dopamine-driven stress eating pattern is interrupted. The weight loss is important, but this mental transformation is what patients consistently describe as life-changing.
Now I want to address the elephant in the room, because I know a lot of you have seen scary headlines about GLP-1 medications and mental health. In 2023, reports of suicidal ideation in patients using GLP-1 medications triggered formal investigations by both the FDA in the United States and the EMA in Europe. This understandably created a lot of fear. So let me tell you exactly what those investigations found.
In April 2024, the European Medicines Agency concluded that the available evidence did not support a causal association between GLP-1 medications and suicidal or self-injurious thoughts and actions. They decided no updates to product labeling were needed. Then in January 2026, the FDA completed its own comprehensive review. This included a meta-analysis of 91 placebo-controlled clinical trials involving more than 107,000 patients, plus a massive retrospective cohort study using the FDA Sentinel system that compared over 2.2 million new users of GLP-1 medications to users of other diabetes and weight management drugs.
The FDA's conclusion was clear. There is no increased risk of suicidal ideation or behavior associated with GLP-1 receptor agonist medications. And they went further. The FDA actually requested that manufacturers remove the existing warnings about suicidal ideation from the product labels. The warnings were taken off. Both the highest regulatory authority in the United States and Europe looked at this question with enormous datasets and concluded that the medications are not causing suicidal thoughts.
That said, there's an important nuance that we need to talk about honestly. While the medication itself does not cause depression or suicidal ideation, some patients do experience emotional adjustments during their GLP-1 journey. And here's why. For many people, food is a coping mechanism. It's how they manage stress, anxiety, loneliness, boredom, grief. When the medication removes the compulsive drive towards food, it can surface underlying emotions that food was previously masking.
This isn't a side effect of the medication. It's the uncovering of emotional patterns that were being suppressed by the eating behavior. And it's actually an opportunity. When those feelings surface, they can be addressed with proper support through therapy, counseling, support groups, or conversation with a clinical team. This is why working with a comprehensive program matters so much. You need providers who understand the psychological aspects of weight loss, not just the physical.
And this is exactly what TelehealthFX provides. Their one-on-one onboarding includes discussion of your emotional relationship with food and your mental health history. Their providers are licensed clinicians who understand that weight loss is a psychological journey as much as a physical one. If emotional adjustment surfaces, they can recommend appropriate mental health resources and support. Plus, they offer semaglutide, tirzepatide, NAD+ therapy, sermorelin, and berberine. Transparent pricing, no hidden membership fees, 2-day UPS shipping, all 50 states. Visit telehealthfx.com. That's TelehealthFX.com.
The bottom line is this: GLP-1 medications don't just change your body. They can change your entire relationship with food and profoundly improve your mental well-being. The food noise goes quiet, the anxiety around eating eases, the shame cycle breaks, and the suicidality concerns have been thoroughly investigated and cleared by the FDA and EMA.
But the journey requires support, not just a prescription, but a team that understands what you're going through emotionally.
If you're ready for that kind of comprehensive care, visit TelehealthFX.com. That's TelehealthFX.com. Take the free qualification quiz. Connect with a provider who sees the whole picture. That's TelehealthFX.com.
And as always, everything on TelehealthFX Talk is for educational purposes only. This is not medical advice. GLP-1 medications are not approved for the treatment of mental health conditions. If you are experiencing depression, anxiety, or thoughts of self-harm, please reach out to a mental health professional or call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Individual results vary.
Thank you for listening. This episode is one to share with someone who needs to hear that what they're experiencing isn't just about food. We'll see you next time on TelehealthFX Talk.